weather is the big talking point this morning. Wind speeds at this hour starting to pick up, and they're only going to pick up throughout the day. That's our Skycam right now. There you go. No more evidence than right there, right?
Yeah, it's rocking the Skycam right
now.
So this is the peak of the wind. It's now until about 8 o'clock, and then it's going to actually get less dangerous. Right now, I would say for the next hour to hour and a half is when we could see power outages due to tree branches and maybe even an uprooted tree because of the so saturated ground.
Can I hop in right there real quick too?
Yep.
Some reported power outages already coming in around 1,700 or so in Rhode Island, Newport and Burrillville areas right now, according to Rhode Island.
And Connecticut, there's tens of thousands. I didn't count. I didn't look at, but there's a lot through Eversource with Connecticut. They reported a lot, and that wind field is shifting to us. So, and it's here now. So we can expect the same thing that they got in Connecticut. So strongest winds are now till I'd say 9 o'clock, but I think it's really for the next hour, hour and a half, and up to 60 miles per hour, a little bit stronger perhaps right at the shoreline. Rain and damaging wind, they come to an end. So the damaging wind I think ends later this morning. The rain ends early afternoon.
But
flash freeze.
So
the temperatures plummet tonight. But let's get back to the wind and focus on that. We'll show you the cold that's coming too, because that's certainly a concern for evening plans and getting out this evening. So wind gusts in the last hour. So these are the 6 o'clock wind gusts have been 40 to 50 miles per hour. But as we go ahead in time here, you look at 7 o'clock. Notice how it starts to relax in Connecticut here. So we're actually up again 50, 51 in New Bedford, Falmouth. But this is a computer model forecast. We have to look at exactly what is happening at the current time, and we're getting a very strong wind right now. It's been topping 50 miles per hour occasionally this morning, especially in the last 2 hours. So here's 9 o'clock. It all shifts towards the Cape. So New Bedford over to Falmouth, and then out towards the Cape and Plymouth. That's where the strongest winds go by 9 o'clock. And notice we're a little bit relaxed here. And then by 10 o'clock and overnight tonight. Could be another burst early this afternoon of wind, especially along the shoreline. So we'll watch for that. But for the most part, I think the strongest wind is now, and that's why it's high risk for power outages due to some tree damage, because as you know, any wind over like 45 can break a tree branch, and in this particular situation, the ground being so, a tree could topple. Here we go, lots of heavy rain sliding through. We're still periods of bursts of rain. We'll zoom in here. Providence getting some very heavy rain right now along 195 heading towards New Bedford. Moderate to heavy rain. A little bit of a break here, but heading 95 down into Connecticut. Again, very heavy rain as you go. And then we have a little bit of a break. And look at this. This is the cold front. So you go from rain to snow, you go from warm to cold. And that's what's coming. So let's focus on that. Here's the Futurecast. 8 o'clock in the morning. We go to 10 o'clock, a little bit of a break, still in the 50s. Then we go to 3 o'clock, still in the 50s. We're 50, but look at this. 40s back through Connecticut. Now watch what happens between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Here we go.
We're at 41, so we went from 55 to 41. Now we're down to 23 in Providence by 10 o'clock.
So you start the day in the 50s, you end the day in the 20s.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right? So Futurecast showing the cold front sliding through later this afternoon, and the second cold front pushing in overnight. So by Saturday morning, we're in the bitter Arctic cold as this low pressure system, very strong one too, spins around over the Quebec province of Canada, continuing to give us wind, not dangerous wind, but continuous to give us a wind chill. Feel like temperatures sub-zero at times. So these are the wind chills out over the northern plains. They've been dealing with this for like 72 hours now. Bismarck, wind chill, 30 below zero. I mean, they've had wind chill warnings out there. But look at Washington, D.C. at 6. In Providence, no wind chill yet. And then we go to 6 o'clock. Now we got a little bit of a wind chill. It's 0. Now watch what happens. We go to single number wind chill by 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, that's
single number wind. It's brutally cold.
That's no joke.
And we go to tomorrow morning, and we're a big goose egg here in Providence. So we get wind chills near 0. There's your day planner today. It's windy and rainy to about 2 or 3 o'clock, and then the wind stops, and we go to maybe a snow shower this evening. The coastline could see some ocean effect snow showers. But look at the wind chill. Let's look at this more closely here. So we're feeling like 40 by 3 o'clock, which is not much of a wind chill. But look at this. 6 o'clock, 13 in Providence. 9 o'clock, 6. and then we go to midnight, it's 0 for a wind chill, and then we're below 0 by 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the close-up of Rhode Island and what's happening with the cold.
And that's why we've been, we've been talking about this for days now, just getting you prepared, because it really is one of those storms.
Yeah.
You're better to talk about this than I am, but it is really one of those storms that has a lot of elements to it. So right now, currently, you're talking about some rain, you're talking about the high gusty winds.
Gusty winds, yeah.
But as the day progresses, when we're talking about those temperatures and how quickly they're dropping, getting bitter cold, freezing, I mean, it's really one of those storms that is just multi-fast, multi-elemented.
Yeah, it really is. And it's got so many different elements to it. And we're going to go from spring warmth and rain and wind to bitter winter, midwinter cold. So it's like going from October weather, to January. With the flip of a switch.
Right.
So, as we go through Saturday night. So here's Christmas Eve. We're still near 0 for a wind chill. So anybody's going to church service, or you have family events to go to, you're going to Christmas Eve party, dinner. We're dealing with the cold, and we're dealing with the flash freeze potential for tonight when that cold comes in.
Sure. Yeah.
All the standing water freezes up to ice. Road crews are going to be out, I'm sure, just in case. And I mean, the wind, because it's so vigorous tonight, it'll end up drying out the pavement. But it's that, does it dry out before it freezes, or does it freeze? I think we'll see some slick spots, especially with the few snow showers around, the ocean effect snow. So we really have to plan for that. But 20 degrees tomorrow. Here's the 7-day forecast. And, Christmas Day, sunny, 26. Monday, if we're back to work next week, temperatures in the 30s.
Santa will need the sunglasses.
There you go.
To southern New England.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to keep coming on with you here on Facebook Live. Again, power outages, we're going to keep you up to date at abc6.com. Rhode Island Energy's been updating all of the power outages in the area. Around 1,700 or so right now. At the last check, mostly Newport, Burrowville, the ones that have the most. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook, too. We're going to continue to update you.